A word of caution, Lord Sovu. If my time investigating Darth Nal's work has taught me anything, she did not like visitors.
I do not fear the dead. I knew the moment you asked me here, you finally understood your limitations. It is no secret. Your role in the hand of the Empire should have gone to me. You are clever, I'll grant you that, but weak. We were never truly equals. Your expertise does have its uses, however. Get on with it.
As you wish. Do you know what this is? No, of course you don't.
The mouse shows some teeth. Amusing. But look at this. You've saved me so much time, Rivix.
Don't do anything foolish. You're right, Sovu. We are not equals. But you do have your uses. Priority message for the Commander. I've found something very interesting.
I'll kill you.
I don't fear the dead either.
Put it down.
Of course. Tau Adair, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing. Here we go.
I've only just arrived, and you're already here to welcome me. Your hospitality is awe-inspiring.
Do you ever take anything seriously? I thought this was important.
What could be more important than appreciating good manners? This, perhaps. It belonged to Darth Nowell.
Was that so hard? Now, tell me what this is.
I have a theory, but that is all it is. A theory. I brought it to you in the hope that you could confirm it. Colonel Gola and Talos Drellick have been hard at work, combing through everything we've found, using the data to pinpoint other locations that may have been under Darth Nowell's control. But their expertise only reaches so far. You, however, have specialists and resources at your disposal that could identify what we've found.
I do know a thing or two about ancient Sith, but for this I would prefer to have Sana Ray's opinion. Unfortunately, she hasn't yet returned from her assignment.
There must be someone else. What about your fascinating Hutt scientist, Dr. Ogorob? He must have something in his bag of tricks that can tell us anything about this artifact.
And when he inevitably gets carried away by all this, who is going to rein him in?
I think that the two of us will be able to keep the good doctor in line. Lead the way. I am eager to learn what secrets this relic may be hiding.
Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Enough! I found my way without your sorcery. Hedda cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and looked and finally found my answer. Someone did not honor their agreements. Someone valued credits over their own life. Bask's son used one of his pretty machines to make sure I didn't win the duel. He died like a coward. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
I meant to say before, I ran into your old friend when I found Null's relic, Tau Adair. She put up quite a fight. She tries so fiercely to hide her contempt, yet she fails spectacularly.
You should have ended her. But I will relish the opportunity to finish what I started on Corellia.
I have no doubt you'll get the chance. Eventually. I'm certain the Jedi will not rest until she has rescued the wayward Padawan.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
The intricacies of the device were fascinating. I would be more than happy to go over the details.
But not right now.
Of course. Some other time, then.
If you can spare a moment, Lord Rivix, we can speak afterward. Until then, I performed a scan that can identify dormant energy signatures, even if all that's left is the smallest trace, invisible to instruments you would find in more modest facilities. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
What else did you find?
A very interesting clue. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That is curious. Before recent decades, Sith did not typically use Adigan crystals. They were favored by Jedi in Darth Nul's lifetime, if she lived as long ago as we hypothesize.
So why did Darth Nul have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
The answer may be more apparent than we think. We know Darth Nul created the Children of the Emperor. Perhaps she used the crystals in her method of binding Jedi prey to her master.
It certainly aligns with what we know about the Children of the Emperor, and the servants who followed him as well.
And who knows what else she designed that has yet to be uncovered? In theory, the possibilities are limitless from all she seemed to know. Someone who does not shy away from knowledge, no matter its source, in order to create, to expand their awareness. It is admirable.
I'm not sure the victims of Null's mind control techniques would agree, but I see your point. This might be the time to speak to Malgus again. You can ask about the interesting discoveries we've made here today.
We're getting closer to understanding how Darth Nul worked, but we still don't know what Malgus is trying to imitate. Not for certain, at least. Perhaps this new discovery will entice him to speak.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
If we're finished here, I have places to be.
The chat you had with Dr. Ogorov paints a better picture of what Malgus may have been up to. Darth Null's work on mind control says a lot, but combining Sith and Jedi toys? That's big news. Malgus following in the footsteps of someone with Jedi connections is a plot twist I wasn't expecting.
And let's not forget Darth Null's holocron falling into the hands of Heta Kol.
You never slow down, do you?
This coming from you. I've seen you charge into action more times than I can count. Though, truthfully, you're annoyingly adept at it.
Should I cough to remind both of you I'm here?
Not necessary. What we learned about Darth Null's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much.
Heads up. Looks like we have a special guest.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Empress and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work.
One of those contracts was destroying the defense grid on Coruscant during an Imperial invasion.
I was there to do a job. I did it and moved on. You should understand that.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Heta, with or without permission.
Don't take this any further.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing. Runic showed me who you are, but that doesn't matter right now. We both need this. So, what's it gonna be?
I can handle Malgus. I've done it before.
And you've got nothing. Use the same tactics, get the same results. Think about it. I'm the only one here who knows him. I get how he thinks, how he twists everything around, what's really important to him. I can make this happen.
Doesn't change the fact that Shay isn't on the VIP list.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
More than that, Shay can give advice during my questioning.
Malgus had a few bad habits when I worked with him. I'm betting they're still there. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
Risky, but the situation calls for it.
At least we'll be in full control. If anything seems wrong, we can shut it down.
The moment you cease being useful, you're cut off. Is that clear? She doesn't move from this spot.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
If you explain to me what you hope to accomplish, maybe I can help you. Maybe there's another way to finish what you started. A way that others will accept.
Few minds can comprehend my vision.
There are none like you in the galaxy. But you are alone.
That is a strength. Attachment becomes weakness.
Good, he's talking. Risk a question.
We learned that Darth Null used Jedi techniques in her work. Did you know about that?
Do you think there is any knowledge of Darth Null that I do not already possess? It was only a matter of time before you discovered the connection. Her mastery of Jedi secrets is woven into all of her creation. Like her, my vision surmounts Jedi and Sith, Empire and Republic.
Showing our hand wouldn't have been my choice, but you got him talking. Ask about Hedda.
Is that why Heta Cole is part of your plan? Because she's an outsider too?
I have no need for the Mandalorians or their quarrels. An endless cycle of waste and fodder. Useless.
Big talk from inside that cell.
Mandalorian history is nothing but slaughter and bloodshed. They know how to follow orders without question.
Or fight for a purpose.
Slippery Chakari's. Okay, maybe Hedda wasn't part of his plan, but something sure as hell changed.
You can't conquer the galaxy without an army.
When I am through, one will rise from the ashes. I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical Osic. What about the holocron? Does Hedda have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear? Shave Vizsla. Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Cole gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all. A shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
What's going on? Is everything all right?
Yes. For the moment, I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
I sent you to look into the origins of one of Darth Nul's relics. I haven't heard any updates.
What I found. It is best if I show you in person. I will await your arrival.
Voss. Well, at least it's nice this time of year.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Nul, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here. When I traveled to the planet in wild space, I found the members of the Force Enclave that I had not been able to reach. They were changed by what they endured there, and by what we found, what you are about to see. Darth Nul possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Nul could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization. She was looked down upon for this by those who believed she shared power with the unworthy. She could find no favor among her kind. Darth Nul took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Nul taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary. But eventually, Nul made a connection with someone she did not intend. A being of dark malevolence, the Sith Emperor. He hunted her down, using her own power against her. Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Nul locked many of their secrets away in the ruins my team discovered. Nul and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Nul's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Nul.
If the Emperor made her Darth Nul after she was captured, who was she before?
She was no one. At least, not after she was expelled from the Jedi Order.
Darth Nul didn't just build her lightsaber with Jedi resources. She was a Jedi.
For a time. The account of Darth Nul's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Every time we learn something about Darth Nul, it adds more pieces to the puzzle, and we still don't know what she did that inspired Malgus's plans.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Nul, Why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. Rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
You brought me here to find out more about the vision.
I brought you here to try. The three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision. But they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
I saved this planet from the brink of total destruction. Isn't that enough?
For some, yes. But we must sway those who believe you brought Valen's attack upon Voss. From the damage she caused, there may be a way. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. You have a reputation of persistence and tenacity. They will not turn you away so easily.
I've already made an impression on them. This shouldn't be difficult.
It has been years since you first came to Voss. The members of the three have changed many times since then, but they all expect the same courtesies. Be conscious of the struggles of Voss. Be considerate of our views. Little else is needed. Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival.
Greetings. I am Maton Jar. This is Kodum. Sonoray sent word that you would be joining us. You keep the company of strange associates. I wonder, is it a testament to your character? Together, we, the Shrine Restoration Initiative, have rebuilt much of the damage inflicted during the Eternal Empire's attack. Many shrines in the vicinity of Voss-Ka are fully restored. We understand that you hope for an audience with the three. They are here, but wholly consumed with seeing us expedite our work on the Shrine of Contemplation. Should you help us arrive at our goal?
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi qua tu fulam. Vostran fiti mi kukonua. Quanta e l'acqua uagwoneudan piokotova. Komniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun e lam seo.
They have lost control of the excavation droids. That is troubling.
Huavaska, bam gegen Rungham Trongwan Lao, the Chao Droksha.
Wait. Before one enters the Shrine of Judgment, one must be cleansed. The workers perform this ritual before entering the shrine. The outsider must do the same. The outsider will prevent any harm from coming to them. But unless the ritual is performed, desecration of the shrine is assured. I have faith that this simple task will not deter someone with your skill. I cannot force you to do the cleansing ritual, outsider, especially in this urgent situation. But should you choose to honor the customs of Voss, go to the Altar of Clarity, at the edge of the settlement. I will guide you through the ritual.
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi qua tu fulam. Va mingwang kam jiwan qua magilan va. Ne so fonde ko nagda neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Vet no bot ding no dangmu. Lam duak, vi kong ropa la nid na kakamaki. Wai dak lam vikja kum tombay te. Ni go wai dap wai chakamrang. Kumongi wai he triole. Kum ni go wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei, vebegor nesafun. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei, vebegor nesafun. Vuavaska, bam gig na gungham trongwan lao, de chao troksha. Nesafun de ko nagda neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Ni goya kutobo, kum matfa twang kan voyamang. Kum niku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Ang pak kinoto minfu, dron chin trangkan. Lambo mongbon tulran kati, kumimu ko namban. O kung klung sa bam doting namani how lay may. Kontrai kua vai tram nam maya chong dito. Vuavaska bam ki na gungham trong wan lao de chao troksha. Ne so fun de ko nagda neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei, vebegor nesafun. Nesafun de ko nagda neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Kum niku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei, vebegor nesafun. Go wai that wai chakamang. Kongi wai he triole. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei, vebegor nesafun. Vuavaska. Bam ki na gungham trong wan lao, de chao troksha. Get that dream in, troin von turku a toy. Ne sufundi kunagani vateak nagnanimatan. Pumawaska, bamki na kungkam tromwan lao, the chow truksha. Vid no wat, ding no dangmu. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi, why hey triole. Kumniku why bam nuye chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Pumawaska, bam ki na kungkam tromwan lao, the chow truksha. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi, why hey triole. Then for Vutagan Achnan Chok Tontai, Vebegor Nesafun. Unding Krang Vindung Fa Langirich Mung Kumodiwa. Kumniku Wai Bam with Chotai Fai Liam Gor Sun Ei Lam Sayo. Contrai chua vai tram nam maya chong di to. Ne sufundi kunagani vateak nagnanimatan. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi why hey triole. Kumniku why bam with chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo.
Eyes on the floor. Do you hear me? We can't have you running around messing things up.
Contrai chua vai tram nam maya chong di to.
What did I just say about not moving? Stay put. It's for your own good. Heads up, we got an intruder!
Then for Vutagan Achnan Chok Tontai, Vebegor Nesafun. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi why hey triole.
Lumbo muambun tuturulan katehe kumni mu konamvan. Kumnue ji wai bam lui chao tafai luen gor se nao lam la sao.
Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Ne sufundi kunagani vateak nagnanimatan. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi why hey triole. Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Ne sufundi kunagani vateak nagnanimatan. Then for Vutagan Achnan Chok Tontai, Vebegor Nesafun. Nambo mongbon tulran kati kumimu ko namban. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi why hey triole. Then for Vutagan Achnan Chok Tontai, Vebegor Nesafun. Ne sufundi kunagani vateak nagnanimatan. Unding Krang Vindung Fa Langirich Mung Kumodiwa. Ni go word up why chakamrang. Kumongi why hey triole. Then for Vutagan Achnan Chok Tontai, Vebegor Nesafun.
There is a considerable amount of Gormak technology in this.
Yet naman tatay lo voy damok.
How did the invaders come to possess this? Kodam, choose your words carefully. What do you know about this?
Huavaska, bam ki na gungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha. Ni go wai that wai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole.
That is encouraging to hear, Kodam. You are correct. The next step is to learn all we can about them. Our researchers will study this device and divine its purpose. Doing so will allow us to track the invaders and avoid unnecessary destruction.
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun nei lam sayo. Nei so fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan.
Your actions have given us leverage in this fight, but the harm done has been extensive. Our work in the Shrine of Contemplation was already behind. Zerka's presence has thrown the reconstruction into chaos. Some damage can be repaired. But if we cannot complete the restoration, it will leave a lasting scar. Until the work has resumed, the three will not turn their attention to you. You have proven to be more than capable for such a task. Let our people do their work, and we minimize battle in our most sacred places. Perhaps this is hard for an outsider to understand. You were born with the ability to wield the Force. You were trained by another. You learned how to control it, how to use it. It is now a natural extension of who you are, just as it is a natural extension of my people. Now, imagine you are part of a society that works to hone your abilities to a greater purpose. Our shrines are built for this singular purpose. But now those shrines, built over generations, are destroyed, reduced to rubble by the Eternal Empire. In that moment, it was as if our eyes were shut. We were cut off from our purpose. We do not restore buildings. We ignite our purpose once more. Until we find that light again, everything else, the invaders, the truce, the relics, is secondary. You have more than earned the right to understand. But we cannot sit idle during this time. We need help in ways other than stopping the invaders. Offer your skills, and the three will notice. Do you understand?
Huavaska, bam ki na gungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha.
The importance of what they do cannot be understated. Now, I must update the three on the situation. They will be most disappointed to learn how the invaders obtain the devices we are researching.
Vid no what dingo dangmu. Den foi vutagan achnan chok tontai, vebegor nesafun. Onding trang vindong fa lengirich mung kumodiwa. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Ang pak kinoto min fu, dronchin trangan. Den foi vutagan achnan chok tontai, vebegor nesafun. Ve kum ni go bang lai, chofei tak chong la tamso.
You have our sincere thanks. As to our ongoing Zerka problem, our researchers have some information on the device you recovered. They confirm the purpose of the device. to locate objects touched by the Force. Perhaps this explains why you sensed something strange about it. Why would an arms dealer like Zerka hire mercenaries to find these items? Why risk war for a remote chance of finding something they cannot use? Once we became aware of what the device can do, we feared what Zerka might find in the depths of the Shrine of Contemplation. You should begin your search for the invaders there. Stop Zerka, and bring anything you find back to us. In testing the device, we discovered potential targets. Apart from that, you know enough to complete this final task. Do this for us, and your audience with the three will be secured.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka. Why, thank you. No, I leave that to my companions. I'm here to navigate the ruins, spot the valuables, that kind of thing. But let me explain the situation, with a little added detail. The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power. Very noble, but I am here for quite the opposite. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless. It was easy. Everything is, when you know the right people. Now, I do need to be on my way, so I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Where have you been?
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun nei lam sayo. Nei so fundi ko nagda nei va ei ak nagnan ni matan. Kumdi tremoyo bot kum masang. Vit no bot ding no tangmu. Tra ni den mo sham bargot matin shong.
Thank you. It would have been disastrous if outsiders possessed this.
Then foi vutagan achnan chok tontai, vebegor nesafun.
I will do all I can. Kodam can show me how.
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun nei lam sayo. Then foi vutagan achnan chok tontai, vebegor nesafun. Then foi vutagan achnan chok tontai, vebegor nesafun. Viet krom min tun sanqui.
Do not let Kodam's words disparage you. You have succeeded in your task, Outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the Initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment. Then you should collect the fruits of your labor. You are granted the audience you seek, and I am proud to have helped you earn it. Whatever knowledge you pursue, I hope you find it. May the words of the three guide you to your victory.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Your actions have left an impression, a rare achievement. They are waiting for you now.
Why did the three call you here? What did they want to talk to you about?
A question I have delayed answering for too long.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable, but much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
I won't turn down your help, but I don't want to cause problems between you and your people.
You bear no responsibility in my relationship with the Voss. The choices I have made are mine, and I do not regret them. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I've kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
I may not know much about Voss, but I know this moment deserves an appropriate amount of respect, which I'm prepared to give.
Your insight does you credit. I believe you are worthy of the knowledge we plan to share. There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power, one that will tear the galaxy apart.
Pretty words, but I was hoping for something I could use against Malgus.
It is always useful to be prepared. That is the gift we offer you.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
Haven't your people had other visions of disasters? What makes this one so different?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
What your mystics see is very important to your people. Your government, your societal rules, everything relies on these visions.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
I'm tired of being responsible for the consequences of every decision.
You can fight against destiny, but it is inescapable.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.